I don't know. It's just, I think the craziest thing is when you get to really meet and just play and do music with these big, big legends that you grew up listening to. And that's like the reason why we started playing, and we've been covering their songs since we were like kids. So it almost feels unreal.
Hey guys, James Wilson Taylor here for Rock Sound. Now Måneskin are back with their brand new single, The Loneliest. They're going to tell us all about that. Their amazing, amazing year that they've been having. They are on the line right now. How are you guys?
Amazing.
Yeah, good to see you again. Good to see you guys. It's so weird. Last time we kind of properly caught up like this, I think you just won Eurovision, and my God, what a time you've had since then, right? Kind of crazy. Yeah, different lifetime ago, Well, I want to start with what you were kind of just getting up to the other week, because you were finally back in the UK recently, playing a tiny, tiny show at the Underworld, which is like one of my favourite venues actually as well. How was that for you? How was it being back in front of a UK crowd again?
It was amazing. We missed it a lot, and also we really love these small venues where we really feel we have a deep connection with the crowd. So it really feels like going back to the beginning, where it just feels very authentic and natural. And also like presenting our single for the first time, it was very important to us, of course.
Yeah, big night for you guys finally getting to debut that one. Let's talk a little bit about that. The new single, like I say, is called The Loneliest. Bit more downbeat, bit more moody ballad kind of vibe in there. It's very cool to see you guys kind of play with that sound, which we of course kind of heard on the album as well a lot. Tell me a little bit about when you wrote this one. What was the kind of inspirations this time around?
We were in LA, and we worked like separately. Like we did first the lyrics, and then we made the new. I can just talk for myself. And when I like the inspiration, it's a bit funny because it comes from Peaky Blinders, actually, because I was watching Peaky Blinders, and there's this episode where he writes a letter that starts with "in case of death," and then all the idea of the song came out. And basically it was like a harsh time for me, because it was like the third month we were in LA, and we were not going back home, and like my girlfriend was sick, so she couldn't come. So I was not seeing like my family and all my like loved persons since a while, and it was tough actually. So basically I thought, if I never come back, what I would like to say.
Yeah, it's like the first English holiday written. So it was like, it felt like something really new, because maybe our oldest fans, or the ones that dig deeper into our music, have heard the old ballads we made, because it's always been an important side of our music for us. But we never released any as a single, since it also went like global and everything. So it was like a big change, because we knew that most of the people never heard this side of our music. So it felt like a bit a challenge, you know?
Yeah, nice to be able to introduce, like I say, a lot of these new fans that you've kind of got over the last year or so to that side of what you guys do. Because like you say, it is very important. You heard that a lot on the last record, as I said. And it's been interesting seeing what you guys have been putting out over the last few months. I want to mention the previous single, Supermodel, as well, because not only, big, upbeat banger and has done really, really well for you guys, but working with some really interesting co-writers on there as well, which that must have been such an interesting experience. Tell me a little bit about the behind the scenes and writing on that one.
Well, I'd say it's been like, we've experimented a lot. Like, we spent those months there, and like as usual, the sad thing is that now we're like touring so much, and we're having so many things to do, so we don't have much time to write music. Like the old record, we wrote it like in one whole year, like split out in one whole year. Well, there we had like 3 months where we spent like in this house all together, and only wrote from like the morning to the night for 3 months in a row. So we also had the chance to like experiment a lot. And I feel that when you have to write music every day, it really helps you to stay creative, to really experiment and go different ways and try something completely different you've never done before. So also working like with new producers has been like very inspiring for us, because it gave us a different perspective and view, and just a different way of doing things,
Yeah, I mean, I remember last time we spoke, you guys were so keen to hit the ground running and get new music done. It's great to hear that there's been some proper writing taking place. Obviously, we've heard some tracks already, but what kind of stage are you at in terms of that new music? Are you working towards a next record, or do you still need more time to kind of figure out what kind of stage are we at in terms of that new music?
We are almost done,
Almost done, yeah.
but we're at a good point. It's gonna come soon.
Yeah, very exciting. And are we feeling, is that going to be like Teatro Dira Volume 2, or are we doing something a little bit different in between? Like, what can you hint at in terms of that?
Yeah, a bit different. I'd say like there's much more experimenting. So
Yeah.
there's some things that sound like Teatro Dira, of course, and then there's some different things we've never tried before.
Man, exciting times ahead. Excited to hear it. And of course, like I say, working with loads of different co-writers, people like Max Martin, of course, is really, really exciting. Is there anyone else you've kind of been collaborating with this time, either writing-wise or in bigger collaborations? Anyone in there?
I don't know.
Not much.
Not much.
You'll see, you'll see.
Yeah.
It's a surprise.
Teasing it out, I figured. Well, I want to go through a couple other kind of key moments from these last few months. I loved that Elvis cover you guys did. I really enjoyed the movie anyway, but that, I've got to say, has always stood out to me as like a really key Elvis song. It was great to see you guys put a different take on it. Tell me about the approach to that, because it's got to be daunting in a way to take on such a well-known song by such a well-known artist, right? What was your approach to kind of put your own spin on it?
If you think about it too much, you will end up screwing it, because it's too much to
I'm going
to try to compare with Elvis. So we didn't thought about it, and we said, okay, let's go for it, and let's try not to think about it, that it's a Elvis song, and let's just do it. And at the end, we were really happy with what we did, and of course, like, Elvis is Elvis, but we think we give it a good shot.
Yeah, no, if you're going to cover a song like that, there's no point in doing it exactly the same, right? You want to put your own stamp on it and actually make it kind of unique, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good approach with any cover, I think. And in terms of other moments as well, it's been great seeing you guys get to play with kind of some of your heroes along the way and stuff. But I remember when that Rolling Stone show got announced, we were all like, yep, that's a perfect fit. There it is. That makes complete sense that they would support the Rolling Stones. How was that experience for you guys, actually playing with a kind of legendary band of that status?
It was crazy, yeah. It's like, I don't know, it's just, I think the craziest thing is when you get to really meet and just play and do music with these big legends that you grew up listening to, and that's like the reason why we started playing, and we've been covering their songs since we were like kids, so it almost feels unreal to like meet them in person and just to know that they know who you are and appreciate your work. So it was quite like hard, of course, because we had many emotions going on, and also I feel like opening for such a big artist is never easy, because of course you feel a bit the pressure, but we were very happy of how it went, and we just tried to enjoy it as a dream.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really unique experience. And I guess another key performance as well. You made the return to Eurovision, of course, as is tradition. You come back after that win. That's got to be so surreal as well, because it's been a bit of a whirlwind for you guys since you won it the first place, and then we roll around and here we are again with another ceremony. How was it actually, I guess, getting to take it all in and see the competition from outside of it a little bit, I guess?
More relaxing.
Yeah.
We're just chilling, then okay, our time to play, whatever. Nothing can go wrong.
3 minutes and we're out.
Yeah, I mean, you guys definitely kicked the door down in terms of rock bands as well. I mean, we talked about this a little bit last time. It was great to see people like Blind Channel in your year, but having, the Rasmus in there, or even Sam Ryder from the UK, those are kind of songs that I feel like even 5 years ago maybe wouldn't have been as common at Eurovision. It feels like you guys have really set a trend where actually rock bands can make an impact in that competition now, right?
Let's look for it.
Yeah. It's also like good music is also when you find and catch up the right moment to release it. So I think time is a really, really important piece of how you manage your career in general.
I've got to ask you as well, because like I keep mentioning, so many huge milestone moments for you guys over the last year or so. What are the kind of pinch yourself wildest moments from the last year? Has there been anything, the Stones I imagine is a big one of them, but has there been any more of those milestones through the year where you've just gone like, how did we end up here? What's really kind of stuck with you like that?
I don't know. There were lots of very iconic moments in the last year, I would say. But yeah, we met our idols. We met Guns N' Roses, Metallica, and Iggy Pop, and also I would say maybe it was a really honor to play in Rock in Rio and also in Rock am Ring. Maybe one of the most of my favorite show ever that we ever played, of course. And yeah, but I mean, I don't know one specific moment, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it was really amazing the last year in general, I would say.
Yeah, definitely good to have a lot to pick from for sure. And we know there's going to be more big moments to come because next time you guys are going to be over here in the UK, O2 Arena. I mean, that show just keeps on getting upgraded, and that is a big old room and it's a big legendary venue. Tell me a little bit about, I guess, preparations for this next tour. Have you guys already been thinking about where new songs are going to fit in, what the set's going to look like, what kind of stage are you guys at in terms of prepping the live show? Nothing yet. Okay, fine.
We have the rehearsals in like a couple of weeks, so then we'll think about it.
It's got to be nice though, particularly. I mean, it must have been the same at the Underworld the other night, but to see people getting to know the newer songs as well now, and that kind of live reaction's got to almost change it a little bit as it goes along, right?
Yeah. I think like every time we try to adapt the set list, also like depending on the country we're playing in, on people's reaction and stuff like that. So it always keeps like it stays interesting also for us, you know, because when you're on tour and you play so many shows every day, you don't want to just go into this routine and just do the same every night, but like switch it up so it always feels new and refreshing also for yourself.
Nice. No, got to keep it interesting for sure. Well, I'll leave you with this, guys, because I remember last time we spoke as well, we were talking about I Want to Be a Slave. And you said how that was kind of inspired a little bit by that time you'd spent in the UK and kind of British artists. You felt like there was a little bit of a British sensibility in there. So I'm curious, are there any like British artists or any kind of sounds that you've been listening to recently that are kind of inspiring that new music? What kind of bands and artists are kind of getting you guys going at the minute as you approach a new album, basically?
Well, I just say that we all have very different tastes.
Yeah,
that's good though. I like that, mixing it up.
It will probably sound weird. Well, my like obsession through the past years has been Idols. I really love them.
Great, very cool band.
While we were writing the album, I was listening a lot to Sam Fender.
Again, very cool. Man, lots of good British acts. This is good. How about the rest of you guys? Any other ones?
I will be a bit obvious, but like lately, I also I'm in love to Arctic Monkeys, and I also love a lot of the last song and the new bars that they got. I think they kind of like, I don't know, improving themselves. I think it's always good, so I like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Arctic Monkeys feels like that's definitely been a band that have inspired you guys from the beginning, anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a show I want to see. That would fit very well. That'd be a good pairing. Guys, I'm going to let you go. Before I do, one final point, because obviously by the time people see this, they will have now seen the music video for The Lonely List, which is imminent. I'm very curious to see the final product there. Tell me a little bit about working on that and what the kind of feeling was to get the mood ready to match this song.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was the worst decision.
The worst. No.
Because we spent 2 days.
We love it, but
No,
there's a lot of rain, and to make it visible to the screen, you gotta like double it to make it visible. So it
was like a waterfall.
Yeah, we were like very, very wet for 3 days. It was tough.
No.
Well, it was like very beautiful because we wanted to, of course, like as the song was quite different compared to the latest one we made. We also wanted to make a difference in the video clip, so we really wanted to make it very cinematic and add an extra meaning and give our like vision to what the song meant for us in a way. So it shows a different perspective, because also we felt like we didn't want to make a typical ballad romantic video clip that would just have been like seen and a bit cheesy. So we really tried to have a lot of different ideas, and also the director we worked with, we had a perfect fit with him, and he developed a lot of crazy vision. So we really shared our our ideas and developed it in a very cinematic way.
Great. Came out good despite the rain. That's what we like to hear. Suffering for your art, making it work.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it. A little bit of sacrifice in there. It's good. Guys, congrats on all the success. Looking forward to seeing you back in the UK on tour, and just take care of yourselves till then, all right?
Thank you.
so
See you
much.
soon.